Welcome back to the Grand Paladium, Punta Cana. Yeah. We're heading down to the piscina bar and swimming pool. This is one of the pools that has a bar in it you can swim up to, sit on the stools and have a drink. These are the sort of advertisements you get, information, and their slogan is "From guest to family." The barcodes there again, you can get all the maps and information on your phone. Bring your phone with you everywhere you go. Look at that, that's a bit dramatic, isn't it? Fishing for barracudas. Paddy scuba diving. I believe that's a sailfish, I'm not really sure, but could be a marlin, I'm not really up on my fish. Scuba diving lessons left, right and centre. All these lovely pictures of lovely beaches. Chess, table tennis, volleyball events. Got the guys running around this time of the morning on the maintenance, keeping the pool filtration systems going. One thing I can tell you, they spend a hell of a lot of time in the Grand Paladium trying to sell or upsell. You come along, you spend a reasonable amount of money by anybody's standards to come here, and then you have people saying, oh, excursion this, excursion that, excursion this, and it doesn't seem any cheaper than going from an excursion from your home to say for instance 100 miles away from your house, and then doing your excursion, then travelling 100 miles back from your house in England. It's no cheaper. What did we spend yesterday? We spent roughly $200 each going to a beach where we sat on the sand, we had lunch, and we had all-inclusive alcohol. Well, I say all-inclusive alcohol, we had beers and rum and vodka, that was it. But these excursions are geared around taking you away from the place you've decided to come to, and then paying for food, drink, as part of the excursion, obviously, that you believed when you were going on holiday you were paying all inclusive for. See what I'm saying? There's a place here called Chic. It's a cabaret bar. In England it would be called Butlins, or not Butlins, but it would be the Butlins entertainment area, and they charge you here £80 per night, and they say it's entertainment, alcohol, food, everything's included, but everybody on this site's already paid for everything included, all inclusive. So what they're doing is, oh, you don't want that, face you that way so the sun doesn't blind you. It is only 7 o'clock in the morning anyway. Yeah, so you've paid to come and enjoy the entertainment, the food, the alcohol, the surrounding lovely gardens, and then they want you to pay £80 a head to do the same thing somewhere else. It seems a bit odd to me that somebody doesn't have that much faith in the things that you can do on site and they want you to go somewhere else. If I did that, I'd come on a pay-as-you-go holiday and then go on excursions It's just doesn't sit right with me having to pay for everything included, and then people on site giving you the hard sell. Oh yeah, you need to do this, fantastic, it's brilliant. Yesterday we were gone 12 hours. It took 2 hours to travel from the hotel to the boat. Then it took 2 hours to travel by boat to the meal. Then it took 2 hours before, was it 2 or 3 hours before they started, okay, it's time to wrap up now. Bearing in mind, we stopped in a very shallow area of sea and had a swim in that lot, but all that seemed to be was an excuse for people to sell photos to you. They took all your time up by making you pose for photographs, and then said, oh yeah, it's 10 quid a photo, but you have to buy a minimum of 7. Now I didn't like 7 of my photos, so I said I only want 2, and they said no, we can't sell them to you because there's a bare minimum. Well, I said, well, okay, fair enough, I won't have any. So they lost out on sales then. I was prepared to pay £10 for the pictures. Somebody told me they'd bought pictures, and they hadn't actually bought pictures. They'd basically WhatsApped the photo to them. 20 £10 or dollars per photo, which is a $10 WhatsApp photo. Yeah, they're pretty good photos, but you expect something physical in your hand for that sort of money. Ranting on and raving. My rooms that I've gone to the desks about are okay. Maybe they're under, we've gone there because the other room was so bad and it's due for renovation. I'll show it you in a bit, but it ain't a great upgrade, that's all I can say. Yeah, so back to the trip we went on yesterday. We basically got hijacked while we were trying to snorkel on this little beach. Didn't get to see a great deal because of the photographers. We'd already had photographs taken out, so as we stopped the coach and got out to go to the port, which we had to walk about 5 minutes to. Then we got back on the boat, drank some more, chilled out, got to the venue where we was having a meal. Nothing, all experience. You're on land here and there are people asking you for stuff. Buy my necklaces, buy my this, buy my that, buy my photos, buy hats, things. Yes, they may be needed. This is the other side of the adults only pool. Yeah, you can see why it needs remodernising. Does look a bit shabby. And that's what it would look like if your gardeners weren't around here all the time. Mini coconuts falling everywhere. Okay, yeah, so we get to the beach eating area. Oh, everything's included, fantastic food, fantastic this, that and the other. Sat down, we had some prawn skewers, which were very nice, and then we went over to the buffet area to help ourselves with what we wanted, and there was a reasonable choice considering it was a covered area that they'd made into some sort of portable kitchen area. But there was spaghetti that looked like It was in a pool of drizzle of something, soup maybe even. Well, that's what they called it, spaghetti. Then there was chicken, which looked really nice. Then there was fish, which looked really nice. Then there was pork, which looked very nice. So I had a sample of each except for the spaghetti because it looked dire. And then when I got to the table, lo and behold, no cocktails, rum and coke, vodka and coke, beer. That's all you had. Very unkept wood. It's in the National Forest. Everything was sold in National Forest. Just loads of this, loads of scenery, loads of that. Didn't see any of that. Yeah, when we got to eating the food, the chicken was dry. Everybody was leaving it. The fish was wet, barely cooked, and squidgy rather than firm, squidgy. Wasn't very palatable. And the pork was reasonable. So a little pork chop is what I had for dinner, and a whole couple of potatoes as well. So that was like, well, okay, it's food. I've had a few beers. I'm not really hungry. I don't like massively go on food if I don't really want it. Then we lay down on the couch. I decided to go in for a swim. The sea was covered in seaweed. So I had one of these full face masks on for snorkeling. Without the face mask, it would have made it a pain in the arse to swim in it. We're back at the Paladium TRS Centre now. So we'll turn around, we'll go back to my house, and then I'll stop. Yeah, so we're swimming in the sea. That's the most peaceful time that I had altogether, even though I was getting barraged by floating seaweed, because their excuse over is, oh, we had a storm the other day, so it ripped all the weeds out. It's like, yeah, it's the same thing everywhere. Seaweed on the beach, pick it up. If you don't pick it up, it floats back out to sea, and then everyone gets stuck in it when they're swimming. Yeah, I've been through that bit before. So, swimming in the sea, got out, decided to lie down on the beach. Literally within 10 seconds of me lying down and putting my hat over my eyes to go to sleep, someone was coming up tapping my leg. Oh, you want a massage? You want a massage? No, thank you. We want a massage? You want a massage? No, thank you. Do you want a massage? Your wife want a massage? Your wife? It's like, we just told you, no. Please go away. And it's very rude in English eyes to say that to somebody. It's too abrupt. We don't like to say it. But you have to say it to these people because they just won't go away. People selling your hats, they will stand within 6 inches of you and just stare at you as if you're going to change your mind. It's more likely to change your mind from buying it to not buying it than change your mind to buying stuff, in my eyes. So then she went away. The photographer came back and said, you want to have a look at the photos? Come over here and have a look at the photos. I said, I've had enough. You go and have a look at the photos if you want to, but I've had enough of being disturbed while I'm trying to have a rest. 15-20 minutes later, the guy from the boat comes, come on family, it's time to go home. I'm like, you're telling me I came here for a meal, a two-hour stopover including meals and drinks and people pestering me to buy stuff. Nearly said it then. And now you want me to spend 4 hours going home. Yeah, well, that happened. So I was pretty miffed with that one. Just seen a lizard go in that hole down there. Oh, there he is. See him? Tiny, tiny little lizard. And that's the highlight of the whole day, the little lizards. Sounds like I'm moaning a bit, doesn't it? Well, I am. But if you come to Grand Paladium, what I would say is the people who've sold you the holidays are upselling everything. The people here are upselling everything. When you get here, it's lovely and everything, but you know, I don't know, it's so expensive just for them to sell you something you've already bought before on a different site. Do you see what I mean? It's a beautiful site, you shouldn't need to leave it. It's about the size of a little village with 5,000 houses on it, or flats, and the best thing is the gardens are kept immaculate and it looks really lovely, and the blokes doing it are working their socks off, and if it wasn't for them, your general scenery wouldn't be too hot either. Is Grand Paladium worth the hype? Well, all inclusively, I don't think so. Not if they're going to be trying to get you off site and charge you extra every day while you're here and disturb you while you're sleeping to do so. It is definitely quicker to go to the bar here than ask one of the waiters or waitresses to go for you and give them a tip, because they're just, you know, few and far between, and they've got different jobs to do on site. If it was me, I'd come here and work here for nothing, and I'd make a small fortune just by giving that personal service. One order, one drink, not take an order and then go to somebody else's place, then come back 10 minutes later with somebody's drink when they're standing 30-40 feet away from the bar in the first place. Okay, so that's Punta Cana Grand Paladium. Not very good review. Bye bye.